Imagine your country is collapsing, inflation is skyrocketing, the economy is down, and food prices are unaffordable. The government is unable to resolve these issues. This is when the IMF, or International Monetary Fund, comes in. They offer millions in relief funds under the condition that you follow their terms. Some see it as a helpful organization helping countries in need, while others see it as a predatory organization taking advantage of a country in need. What is the IMF? The IMF is an international organization that works to stabilize the world economy through relief donations and emergency loans. It was established in 1944 after World War II with the goals of helping countries in need, promoting a stable exchange rate, monitoring the global economy, and lending money to those in need. How does the IMF help countries in need? The IMF helps countries through 5 main ways. 1. The IMF monitors economies, then posts reports and gives policy advice to improve the country's economy. 2. When the IMF sees a country in crisis, they offer loans to stabilize the country. The funds are gathered by the IMF's member countries based on the size of their economy. These loans are not conditionless and often come with terms such as reducing money printing, subsidies, and corruption, as well as raising interest rates and taxes. 3. The final way the IMF helps struggling countries is by offering its reputation and credibility. Domestic and foreign investors/governments are much more likely to lend money to countries backed by the IMF. Real-world example in 2009. As a result of large budget deficits, weak tax collection, heavy public spending, and lack of trust from investors, Greece experienced a huge financial crisis. Investors realized Greece owed significantly more money than previously believed, panicking investors and skyrocketing borrowing costs. This was a significant issue not only to Greece, but Europe as a whole, as Greece used the euro. This also meant that Greece could not just print more money to relieve the financial strain. If Greece defaulted, it threatened Greek, European banks, as well as trust in the euro itself. In 2010, the IMF, European Commission and European Central Bank formed the Troika to supervise structural reforms and financial support. Supporters for the IMF and Troika Council argued that the country is near financial collapse, the reforms were the only option, and that the external loans saved Greece from collapse and defaulting. They claimed that Greece, Europe, and the euro would have collapsed without external and IMF intervention. Critics argued that the spending and budget cuts forced by the Troika was too harsh and worsened recession. Although they agreed neither option would have avoided damage, critics argued that the IMF prematurely shrank the economy, resulting in unnecessary suffering. These sentiments were even backed by the IMF, who admitted they were wrong in believing that cutting government spending and raising taxes would have minimal impact. In conclusion, the IMF plays an important but criticized role in international economics. Through the 2009 Greek financial crisis, we can see how the IMF can work towards long-term recovery and stabilize collapsing economies while worsening overall suffering at the same time.